Hi everyone, welcome back.
Here
Here we are in front of our Natura grouping, and you know, Natura, years ago, we had a collection called Natura, and it was all based on the basics, beiges and naturals and recycling and the environment.
And shells.
And shells. And I think it's so timely that today that there are so many people so passionate about the environment. And I just think back to this past weekend in New York where there were
was amazing.
There were over 300,000 people coming because the United Nations has their big get-together in the end of September, and they were all coming together like never before. People that never had a passion, never came out, and they were really all talking about the environment. And the reason I bring that up is not that we are taking the most environmental ways of producing what we have here. We're not stating that, but I guess my only point is that there is a much stronger interest today in the environment, in the outdoors, in bringing the outdoors inside, in your home and in your life. And I think that one of the things when you talk about Natura, I mean, when we, on our shell products, for example, they are collected in a very safe way. Some of them are farmed or in organized areas, and they're harder and harder to come by because they're becoming more rare, and therefore I value so much more than I did before all of the things that we're doing that use environmental things. And so when I think about wood, and we think about replanting trees as done all over the place, I value things that are made out of wood much differently than I did before. And essentially, the Europeans for years have valued things like paper and natural elements and things in a much greater way than the Americans have. But I think that the trend is all about these natural materials and respecting them differently and valuing them. And so I think that not only do we have some great product and fun product and all of that, I think that we're going to find that consumers are becoming much more interested in it.
I agree. I think it's a very good point.
And further to that, we hit on a color palette that is so important in every design element. I mean, we're talking about a very neutral palette in the off-whites, in the beiges.
So this can go into almost any account.
It can be, or if your accounts are not really having it, what a great opportunity to introduce them to naturals.
Or the accounts that do very well with watercolors.
Santorini.
Yeah, should certainly take a look at this.
So,
Santorini.
We're going to show you what we have new to enhance our Natura collection. There is a tremendous amount, and I think back at some of the items that are in it, where they came from, and some of them as far back as Caravan, or in some of our other very successful collections historically, are still with us, and they ended up landing in our Natura grouping. So there's a lot of current product that's great, and you guys are going to have to figure out how to layer in the current and the new, and that's really important. That's why the planning of this cycle, you know, sitting down, I mean, this next weekend coming up, you guys really have to think and kind of almost write down your outlines of how you're going to respect and value and utilize the time you have in front of the buyers. This is a critical moment, you know, for you, an opportunity. So anyway,
Also, plan more time with the buyer, you know, wherever you can, because you have so many great stories to tell them.
Those 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning appointments before the store even opens are going to be very valuable.
So let's just talk about some of the great things that we're adding to your tool belt to get Two's product into the stores. And the first item I just want to talk about is our jute wine bag. And so we did 3 different styles on this, okay? And they all come tied with a jute rope with a great closure. I love the fringe top, okay, out of the jute. They all come with one color printing. The backs have the same printing as the front, okay, and they come with MOP buttons, okay, and they each have the saying, sun, sand, and a drink in my hand, okay, so it's a cute saying, and you know, wine bags have been a very strong category and continue to be for gift giving for summer. Another item that we're building on the success on are the cheese boards. And what we do is we combined it, and I'm just going to pick one up here. They come gift boxed, and we combined it. They're white on the back, and they have the little the bottoms to protect your table. And they each come with a metal, and I don't know if it's nickel plated, but it has a non-tarnishing metal material with a spreader or a cheese knife. You can use this also as in the bar to cut fruit and to keep fruit on. So it has been a really super well-received gift item. I think they're $12 for the whole set, and they come gift boxed, and the boxing's in the catalog.
Great price point.
For you. Another item over here, see, if you come over here, you can see some new bottle stoppers. And what we really loved, again, celebrating nature, we always loved shells. These are small Noosa shells that are inside. They're white. And so we hand blew the glass into shell shapes. And here is the clam shell here with the shells inside. And so it has a great look to it. And then it comes, each is in a gift box. And so you have a whole great gift set here in a gift set. And these are often combined. I mean, people may take this and combine it as a gift with a bottle of wine, and you have really a complete set. And the price points are great. I think these are $5. The jute thing is $3, so it's $8. Add a bottle of wine for $15, $20, depending on where your taste level is, and you have a great housewarming gift.
Well, what friend you're stopping over to see?
Listen, that could make an $8 bottle of wine look pretty good.
So I mean, lots of opportunity there. We have also our place card holders here. I'm sorry, we don't have one to put in here, but each shell has a slit. Okay, and so we're selling a set of 6. Now this was a comeback, a rebirth of something that was in the line 10 years ago or something.
Or more.
And we just, again, love shells. We love this packaging. Comes with a gift hang tag and a set of 6 shells. Great for table setting. Some stores may want to use it to do pricing in the store. There's lots of different ways to use this. You could even slip a photograph and have a photograph in there. So that ends up being a great gift. Okay, let's move on to our driftwood collection. And I have to do a call out to Trish.
Dutton.
Okay, and I remember I was on some trip, and
we were in China.
We were in China. We love.
Got an email.
We love and are really receptive to and listen and hear all your comments, whether they come via TZ, whether you send us an email directly. It all comes into a mixing bowl, and we mix it around, and it may have to sit in the bowl for a while, or it may be a very fast response, or it may not fit in anywhere. But we do hear and listen and whatever. So Trish, we were on a trip, and Trish was talking about, do you remember when we did driftwood stuff and whatever? And we filed it in the back of our mind. And now is the time, Trish. I hope that we hit it on the button for you in terms of the variety of things we're doing. And hopefully it will hit for everybody, and we expect it. Obviously, anything that makes the cut into our collection, we've really done a lot of soul searchings and planning and thinking about what works best. So this is our driftwood collection. These are all, I'm not sure what type of wood, it's probably in the book, but each piece, I just have to tell you, looks and is polished to make it look old. Okay, in the process of making driftwood, oh my God, it is not an easy process to do, to create each piece to look different. And we have a whole variety of items here. And the first item that Z is coming in on are the geese. Okay, it's a set of 2. It's sitting on a base. You're going to see a lot of nuance. This is like the type of item, the cracks and things like that I just hope the product comes with.
I don't know. I have geese in my backyard, and this looks more like my seagulls.
Okay, well, you're right. Okay, let me just check. That crane, I
There's a crane.
apologize. I missed that day in class when we were going through birds. Okay, so these are actually cranes. Thank you. And you do have beautiful cranes near you, actually. They're not brown, they're white. Anyway, but just to give you a feeling, I mean, expect this is all, you know this is done by hand. You know that each piece of wood is actually nailed on. Please look at these nail spots. These aren't termites, by the way. To me, sometimes I worry about termites when I see little holes in old wood. This is not that. These are all just nails to help glue it together, to piece it together. And so these are two sculptures that are great. The cranes, okay, I stand more educated now. So that's one SKU. We also have a seahorse, and I'm showing you, size, so that you can see size here. That's really important. It's hard in the catalog sometimes, so take your rulers out, read the sizes, and see what's there, okay? And so this is the seahorse, and it comes with a natural jute, jute hanger, so you can hang them up. And I think we may sell them by the pair. Let's see, you can also hang them up without the hanger and just hang them up like that. Then we also have these fish, and I'm going to need some help here, Bob. Whoop. Okay, it doesn't break, so that's what's so great about it. So we have a set of 3 fish, okay, and if you would hold up one of them, and so you just see the size. And someone suggested that they could be great wind chimes. Okay, because when they hit, if the wind is there, that could be a subtle thing. I'm not sure if it's such a strong selling point, but here they are, just so you can see the sizing on them. That's the first thing. And then they can hang in many different ways.
I would hang one on my gate. I think that they're great for that.
And they can either
hang
go
on the wall.
They have a distinctive fish shape if they were like that, but when when they twirl around, they create a little more of a sculptural object. And actually, this is interesting. This almost looks like a sailboat on top, and then the object. So there's lots of different ways these can be used, but these clearly look handmade. That's a great message. They are natural.
Each one's unique.
Each one's different, and they're using all natural wood. So we're excited about that as an item in this collection.
And we're going to have a tag on them explaining driftwood.
Yes, and here it is. Right here is a little hang tag, right there, for you. Then we have also a picture frame.
That's my favorite.
Okay,
That's
4x6
really wow.
Picture frame. Really simple. It's a simple back. It's all made, just all the natural wood is there, nothing painted or anything. And it will stand horizontally or vertically, as many of our frames do. So that's like a no-brainer.